Why is Saudi Arabia so determined to host the FIFA World Cup? Is it simply a love for football? Or is there something deeper, something that could redefine an entire nation's future? Beneath the shimmering lights of Riyadh and the whispers of desert winds lies a story of ambition, reinvention, and a quest for unparalleled global influence. This isn't just a tournament, it's a chess move on the grand board of international relations. The question isn't just why they want it, it's why now. And what are they willing to stake? The FIFA World Cup isn't just a sporting event, it's a cultural earthquake. It shifts perceptions, redraws economic maps, and embeds a nation into the collective consciousness of billions. For Saudi Arabia, the stakes are even higher. Their ambitions stretch far beyond the pitch. The decision to host the 2034 World Cup isn't a gamble. It's a calculated move, deeply rooted in Vision 2030, a transformative blueprint engineered by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Vision 2030 isn't just a plan. It's a declaration that Saudi Arabia is ready to transform itself, to rise above its dependence on oil and reshape its future as a global hub for tourism, investment, and innovation. But how did we get here? How did a nation known for its oil suddenly become a contender for hosting the world's greatest sporting spectacle? For decades, Saudi Arabia's wealth flowed like liquid gold from the sands. But the global tide is shifting. Climate change, the rise of renewable energy, and increasing international pressure have cornered oil-dependent nations into rethinking their futures. Saudi Arabia's answer is diversification, an economic metamorphosis driven by massive investments in infrastructure, technology, and cultural diplomacy. The World Cup is more than a milestone, it's a megaphone. And Saudi Arabia plans to amplify its message to the world. But hosting the World Cup is no simple feat. It requires more than state-of-the-art stadiums and passionate fans. It's about crafting a story that the world can believe in. For Saudi Arabia, that story begins with its people. Football isn't just a game here, it's a cultural cornerstone, a shared passion that unites generations. When the Saudi national team shocked the world by defeating Argentina in the 2022 World Cup, it wasn't just a victory, it was a roar, a moment that echoed across the globe and declared that Saudi football is here to compete. This passion isn't confined to the men's game. Over the past decade, Saudi Arabia has made bold strides in women's sports. What once seemed unimaginable is now becoming reality. Women's football is growing, shattering stereotypes, and creating new opportunities. The inclusion of women's teams and grassroots programs isn't just progress, it's a revolution. A generation of young girls who once dreamed quiet avoid the same pitfalls. The world is watching closely. Transparency, enforcement of labor laws, and adherence to international standards are not optional, they are critical. Labor rights organizations have already begun scrutinizing every move. For Saudi Arabia, this isn't just about building stadiums, it's about building trust. Yet, amidst the debates and challenges, there is an undeniable momentum. Saudi Arabia isn't just planning to host a tournament, it's planning to redefine what hosting means. The infrastructure being built is nothing short of extraordinary. TLI now have role models to look up to. Fields that were once arenas for men alone have become shared spaces of ambition and achievement. But ambition always attracts critics. Some argue that Saudi Arabia's interest in hosting the World Cup isn't about football. They call it sports washing, a way to mask human rights issues with the glamour of global sports. These accusations aren't new. The kingdom's rapid rise in the sporting world has sparked both admiration and skepticism. From hosting the Formula One Grand Prix to signing some of football's biggest stars, Saudi Arabia has positioned itself as a key player in global sports. Supporters see it as a bold vision, detractors view it as a calculated PR strategy. the controversies don't end there. One of the biggest challenges facing Saudi Arabia is the treatment of migrant workers. The 2022 Qatar World Cup shone a harsh spotlight on labor conditions, and Saudi Arabia knows it must futuristic stadiums equipped with cutting-edge technology and designed with sustainability in mind are rising from the sands. The proposed King Salman Stadium is more than just a venue, it's a symbol, a marvel of engineering that embodies Saudi Arabia's vision for a greener, more innovative future. Renewable energy, minimal environmental impact, and groundbreaking cooling systems aren't just ideas, they are promises. Beyond the logistics and architecture, the World Cup is a chance for Saudi Arabia to reshape how the world sees it. For decades, the kingdom has been viewed through a narrow lens, defined by oil wealth and conservative traditions. The World Cup offers a stage to present a different narrative, one of dynamism, progress, and openness. This isn't just about changing perceptions abroad, it's about inspiring a transformation at home. For Saudi youth, the World Cup is more than a spectacle. It's a call to dream bigger. A generation inspired by the World Cup could fuel innovations, launch startups, and redefine what it means to be Saudi in the 21st century. But the question remains, what does Saudi Arabia want its legacy to be? For the kingdom, this is about more than hosting a successful tournament. It's about building bridges with the world, fostering understanding, and crafting a story of progress. Cultural exchange will play a key role. Imagine visitors from every corner of the globe experiencing the richness of Saudi culture, its art, its music, its food, and leaving with a deeper understanding of the nation and its people. It's not just about football, it's about connection. As the countdown to 2034 begins, the stakes couldn't be higher. Saudi Arabia's bid for the FIFA World Cup isn't just a bid, it's a statement of ambition, resilience, and the desire to lead on the global stage. The path won't be easy, the challenges are immense, and the criticisms are loud. But for Saudi Arabia, this is more than a tournament. It's a legacy in the making. So, the question isn't just whether Saudi Arabia can host the World Cup. The question is whether the kingdom can transform itself and inspire the world in the process. Will this be the moment when Saudi Arabia redefines its identity? Or will it be another chapter in a story of missed opportunities? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the world cannot afford to look away.